snooty shit.
So I want to say sorry for the wait, but then again, I want to make sure this was right, so I'm not really all that sorry. I did actually recently have one of my first arguments, I guess you would say, on one of my videos for a gentleman that felt like I shouldn't be commenting on women's appearances, that I should be uplifting them. And not that I disagree with that, because I don't disagree with it, but he thought that I cared much more than I do about the appearances of others. I'm way more concerned about the appearance of myself, and I'm not even all that concerned about that. I don't really know why he felt the need to go back and forth, but I do know that a lot of y'all that like to go back and forth, and some of you use it as an excuse that you know you're really upset, therefore every other word is spelled incorrectly, or there's no periods or commas in your run-on sentences. If in fact you feel like you want to get me together, and that is a stretch, that is a stretch when in fact speaking to me, because I take no prisoners for anyone that feels like they're going to get me together. None. So if in fact you feel like you're gonna get me together and you jump out on that ledge, at the very least you could spell all of your disgusted feelings about me. Spell them correctly. I mean, I at least appreciate that. Now I am going to read you to the ground and below, but at least you will have come to me with a dictionary and a thesaurus in each one of your hands. Do that much for yourself. That's the first thing I'm gonna attack. Like, why would you give me an easy shot like that? Come on, quit playing with me. So either way, I had to get this man together because he looked way too old to be spelling the way that he was. And I mean, these were basic words. He looked way too old to be putting these type of sentences together. Like, I was in shock. Y'all make me laugh. And I'm not the one, even though I'm sure I look really nice. And I might look like I'm the one. I'm not. And then he wanted to go on and on. Like, come on now. Stop playing with me. And in all this time that you wanted to go back and forth, at no point did you say, I'm going to proofread this response before I send it to her. As a matter of fact, I think it got worse. Maybe he was doing this to bother me. He looked too old for that. He looked too old. You know, I don't even talk to y'all when I'm angry. I try not to respond to y'all when I'm upset, even though that's what y'all do to me, because I know if I respond when I'm angry, I will say terrible things to you that will deeply, deeply upset you. So I try to keep it light and funny, you know? Y'all get upset and then, I guess, stutter through text. I don't know. That's what all those errors are, stuttering. I don't know. I don't even know why I create that type of reaction in y'all. We don't know each other. Can't win them all. Men, because you know y'all are important to me. And I like to keep y'all up to date because you all a lot of times are lost and confused about women. So I like to impart knowledge so that you know I can keep y'all up to speed. Sometimes as a woman, when you're, in you all's terms, talking to someone, you've gotten accustomed to speaking to them throughout the day. They become a part of your routine. There's a certain level of comfort that comes with that. Like, I just kind of know that you're there. Like, if I need someone to speak to about certain things, I'm going to talk to you because I'm used to that. Like, you've been that person. Not so much to say that I like you or that I have real feelings for you, but I like the connection that we have through communication. I like that you're there. I've gotten used to the fact that you're there. I think sometimes you are a little bit delusional in thinking that if we text you a certain way or we text you back that we feel some type of way about you. I feel some type of way about our conversation, and I'm actually gonna miss it if I don't have it. Not you necessarily, but the conversation. We have nice conversations. Like, this is cool. Now, most of y'all are not worth the conversation, so I'm okay if we have to part ways and, you know, I don't have it anymore. But I want you to be very clear that it's your conversation that I'm attached to. Not you. Not you. You know you're trash and I know you're trash. But somewhere in this conversation, sometimes I forget that you're trash. So it's nice. It occupies my time, you know? Sometimes it's good to have conversation with the opposite sex. And that's what you are for me. But don't get confused. I don't have feelings for you. And I don't like you. But I will miss your conversation. Sad story.